It is cold out here, but here's the deal. We are talking about intimacy and why, there's this new report out that says some people are having trouble or are afraid of intimacy. So Dr. Levak, a personality profiler, here to explain more. So first, doctor, let's talk about what is intimacy and how exactly does that develop?
Intimacy occurs when you share something vulnerable about yourself with someone else. If I said to you, oh, last night I was so embarrassed at a dinner party, this happened to me. I've shared something vulnerable, something that takes a little courage to share. And if you listen and then you share something vulnerable back, that's the beginning of intimacy. Sharing private, doesn't always have to be vulnerable, but things about ourselves. And going back and forth, peeling things back together creates a sense of intimacy.
So it's communication. That's key.
Communication is key. If you don't communicate, if you have no idea who I am, you have no idea what I'm feeling, we can't be intimate.
Okay.
So unfortunately, sometimes people will get sexual before they're intimate. And sometimes that actually interferes. Sometimes it actually enhances intimacy, but sometimes it doesn't. So it's really communicating and opening up and being vulnerable that is the essence of intimacy.
Now, there's a new study out. You were telling me that there were certain questions that were asked, right, between the couples?
Right.
Can you talk about that and give us maybe a couple of examples?
Well, researchers took couples who didn't know each other and had them go through 36 questions. At the end of those questions, the couple felt tremendously intimate towards one another. And the questions just went from light sharing to increasingly deeper sharing. So, for example, one question might be, if you could have a dinner party with anybody in the world right tonight, who would you invite?
Okay.
It tells us a little bit about you. If I ask you, what would be a perfect day for you? That would tell me something intimate about you. And then if I got really deep and said, what is your biggest fear in life? Tell me a really embarrassing moment that you experienced. Tell me a thing that you're most afraid of. So getting to know someone gently, not too intrusively, over a period of time, listening, sharing, and helping the person feel safe, you become intimate.
So can intimacy be developed online? A lot of people these days are meeting online with dating apps and dating websites. So can you develop it there?
Some people think no, but researchers have recently looked at the development of intimacy online. And yes, for example, they found that people with friendly, fun names, like Fun Frank or Playful Lizzie, that those attracted people, that emojis actually help people and they would really take those seriously. So if you winked at someone, that wink was as good as a real wink. And so taking a few sessions of relating back and forth when it's safe can develop intimacy, but don't do it too long.
And obviously it sounds like intimacy, without it, your relationship will struggle.
Yes.
So why are people so afraid of it?
It's a great question, because in my work I see it so much, where one partner really craves intimacy and the other is pushing them away. There's a number of reasons. Firstly, it's scary. It's scary to be vulnerable. It's scary for me to tell her my vulnerable feelings, in case she rejects me, in case she doesn't like me, in case I lose her. So some people are just afraid and it takes time. But there are some people who have an avoidant attachment style. Growing up, they may have had parents who were somewhat rejecting or cold, and from an early age they've learned to be self-protective and not to let people in.
So what do you do if you have a partner who has that avoidant style?
Unless that partner is willing to look at it and understand themselves, they are constantly going to be rejecting you as you pursue them to try to get inside and get to know them. The avoidant person, you should probably, if you love them, keep trying. by you sharing and then asking questions. Well, how does that make you feel?
Okay.
Well, what was that like for you yesterday when that person said something mean to you? Keep trying, but if they won't let you in, you might have to move on.
Wow. All right, Dr. Levak for us this morning. Thank you for being here. And if you want more information on Dr. Levak's, some of the tips that we were just talking about today about intimacy, you can log on to our website, fox5sandiego.com. Just click on the Scene On tab. I'm going to send it over to Rob.